in סימן ק"א, it's about the beginning of bdicas chametz. We started yesterday, we discussed some things. We're up to Sif Yud. Achra bdika miyad yevadrana. Right after the bdika, you should be mevatel. Vika bitter who believe. Bitter means, in English, means nullification, nullifying it, or releasing yourself of any ownership. She'ivme believer shekol chavis shebeshusay, shekol chavis shebeshusay, hareu kileinu, it doesn't exist. Ve'enu choshev klum, hareu kumay ofa, it's just like dirt. Ukudavar she'en b'tzayich kol. Particular Chachamim, so even though that the bittul is believed, but the Chacham are misaken sheyotzi devarim elu gam bepiv. V'yoyman she say kol chamira. Kol chamira means every chametz. So umi she'eni yadeya pidusha, this is not a tchina or a kapitel tilim. You have to know what you're saying. So he says, you should say, Ko Sa'ar. Sa'ar is what we call zayateg, or in English it's called sourdough. There's many people that they, when they bake, so they take a piece of dough and they let it ferment. And that helps to Today, not everybody, today they use yeast or other things, but yeast itself, bismanos, may not be chametz even. It's a chemically made, but the original way was sourdough. Today sourdough is becoming very famous also. So people buy bread and challahs or sourdough.
So that means it's real chametz.
Sourdough is real chametz.
No, sa'ar is actual chametz.
So it is actually
it's not a separate thing. You call it,
I said yeast may not be chametz. May not be. I don't know about all of them. There's different yeast.
And chametz is the same thing. Then.
Huh?
Sa'ar and chametz is the same thing.
Chametz means something that became chametzdik. Not everything that became chametzdik is sa'ar. In other words, if you had you cooked a barley soup, okay? It's chametz, huh? And you let it stay for half a year, it's not going to become sa'ar. Sa'ar is a piece of dough that's fermented.
So chametz is not sa'ar, but sa'ar is chametz.
Sa'ar is really not really l'achila itself.
Yeah.
So you need a special.
So what should he say? He says in Yiddish, a little German also. Alle Zayateg und alle Gezayete, welches sich in meinem Rishus befindet, is found in my Rishus. This is German. It's not Yiddish. Like in Yiddish you say, gefindt sich. And we in German say, befindt sich. The Mechaber of the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch of Shema Gansler was from Germany. Das ist nicht gesehen und nicht wegen Schaft habe ich. That means I have no idea of it. So vernichtet should be destroyed. Und der Staub, der Erde gleich gehalten sein. It's like, it's a reverse sentence. And the dust of the earth, it should be like. Like saying it should be like the dust of the earth. So here in Deutsch, they reden, that the Staub der Erde gleich gehalten sein. Gleich means the same. Okay. Afa pisha bittul as a chametz b'layla, ואחר הביקה, מכל מקום גם ביום, ואחר ששרף עיסי, יחסר בידרענו. He has to do another bittul. V'yichal, now what's the, you did already, why a second time? You said because v'yichal, kol ha-chametz, you should include all chametz, v'yoma, kol chamira, you should say again this statement, this proclamation, oy b'loshen shul maven, or in English or whatever language you understand, and you should say, kol sa'ar v'chametz shebeshusi, shero'isi v'sheloi re'isiv, or shebi'alti v'loi bi'altiv. In other words, before he was talking about chametz that he didn't find it. Now he's talking about chametz she'eini yedua, that he doesn't even know that he has it. V'hi bittul v'hefka, v'choshev ka'ofer, yehi bittul v'hefka, v'choshev ka'ofer. And in Yiddish he says it again. Alles zoyeteg, and alles gezeyete. Gezeyete means chametz, because it's if you leave a barley soup for a long time, it's going to get spoiled. What does it mean to spoil? It begins to ferment. You can't use it to bake a bread with it, but the fermentation is there. In meinem Rishus befindet, is found in my possession. Das is ich gesehen oder nicht gesehen, if I know about it or not. Das ich Wegenschaft oder nicht Wegenschaft. First is seeing or not seeing, because it could be I saw it and I overlooked it. And I said maybe I never even knew about it. So alle vernichtet und der Staub von der Erde gleich gehalten sein. It should all be destroyed and be equivalent to the earth. That's the two things. Now, to make things a little easier for us, the next three sifim are talking about making an oitza. An oitza setting aside a storage. So the whole dinim, if you make a storage before Pesach, if you made it Terech Shloshim or more than Terech Shloshim, if you have to be by the chametz, sometimes if you decided to designate a certain room for storage and it's before Pesach, there's dinim about that. So let's leave that over. I don't think that that's very practical today. And let's go to Tezvav. V'yashrich gareini tvula tanagolim, v'mokum lach, terech shloshim yom, shema yishkach meguvarim. The seed that they feed the animal is not necessarily chametz. But if they put it in a damp area, it could become chametz. So therefore, terech shloshim, you shouldn't do it. If it's before shloshim, so they'll eat it up at Pesach. But you have to be careful with the food. In fact, today, I don't know, some people heard already from me about it many times. There's a Rabbi Bogomilsky that makes a book on Pesach. Incidentally, the book on Pesach is basically the same one every year. But he writes that you don't hold the book next year. And but the reason, there's a good reason, because the zamanim are not always the same. In other words, this year Pesach is a little bit earlier, yes, Pesach is a little later, But a lot of the things, I have a few copies of it over here in the shul. You can take them home and see, it covers a lot of subjects. But he has even a subject over there about pet food, what to feed animals. Of chametz Pesach.
A lot of fish die on Pesach usually.
Now he says, Hayetzer l'derech. Here's an important din. Hayetzer, someone's going away to Orlando for Pesach, which is Hakol K'minig Medina. So he's going to Orlando for Pesach. So he says, "V'data shloi lachzor l'beisai ad racha Pesach." He's going for a whole week of Pesach. He's not planning to come back during Pesach. Kaidem lechtei, before he leaves, Yemana shliach, he should appoint the shliach, sheyivdoi v'yevato chamsa, that should be baidik his house and be mevato the chamas. V'yemule b'feidish, and he should say explicitly, Shumamana oisul shliach al habedika, v'gam al habittel. He's appointing him a shliach for this purpose. V'shliach yoyme b'bittel. The shliach shouldn't say in the bittel all the chom kol chamida the isli that I have. It's not yours. So he should change the words to chamsa shel plini. Umikol makom. Gam hu kasher hu shom, even him also in Orlando, just because you had a shliach in New York, Spendeswagen.
He makes with a bracha, he makes in his own.
Let's see. Gam hu b'mok shel shom be'er Pesach b'bezel, yivato chamtzai shebeshusay. Doesn't say a bracha you make by bedika, not by bittel.
Oh.
So maybe it's not a problem.
So you do a bittul.
Now over here, I would like to elaborate a drop. First of all, over here comes this clause that you can make bittul a shliach. You can make bedika a shliach. You can make bittul a shliach. So first of all, the question is there any din that you have to know when you're making a shliach? So the Rebbe in Shulchan Aruch says, "Kishu yotze lasu shliach lebedikas chametz, yochel lasu afilu eved, or isha, or cotton, sheyesh b'das, v'yicholes livdek b'chol mishpat bedika, shehakol kishedim lebedikas chametz, v'hakol namonim al bedika." Maybe they'll be lazy, they're not going to do a proper job. V'yishakru, and they'll deny it, Laima yopa badaknu, because the kivin shel bedikas chametz eina ela midivrei safrim, shemin hatayra dai bebitl bavad, l'fichach aminach chachamim v'hein omru sha'alohu namonim ala bedika.
Why does he have to make a bittul before? Why can't he
Well, but at the end he says, "Mikol makom mitzvah min hamufcha shloi lismach l'ratchila b'bedikase al anoshim b'nei chayrin." Say not an avid. Shegiel kal mitzvahs. Dahainu miyigim ashana v'eilach v'shavadika kilchosa he yesh v'tircha Gedayla, v'yesh rocha shema yisatso v'loy yivdek yava. But halachically, a woman is believed for bedikas chametz. If the husband calls up the wife and says, "I'm coming home late tonight from the office, and I'm not going to be home till very late. Could you please be by chametz?" She could be by the chametz for her house. That's one thing. Now, he also said over here, at the end he said that he should make a shliach for the bedika and for the bittul. The only thing he said was that as far as the bittul is concerned, the shliach shouldn't say my chametz. He should say Mavato Yenim's chametz.
But why does he have to make a bittul here?
So I'd like to bring to your attention that not the Rebbe Shulchan Aruch is a shayla. Now the Rebbe in Shulchan says as follows: סימן ת' עמוד ד' יש אומרים שבין בביטל הלילה ובין בביטל היום, or either ביטל from the evening and night, אין יכול לעשות שליח שיבט החמסה. You can't make a שליח. אלא יבטו בעצמו. שהאימה לחברי צא והפקה נכוסי, אין בכך כלום עד שיפקרם הוא בעצמו. If someone said, go make my thing hefka, you are going to make it, no one can make it. But then he says, ויש שם שהביטל אינו דיימה ממש להפקה, בדבר זה, שהרי חמץ בשעה שעבר לו בבריאו בוסר אין ישרי קל, אלא שהקוסר עשו כשל תירם, וניקו שמו שיאבה. So, according to that, you could make a shliach, but now the Rebbe comes to the conclusion and says, v'chein ika, that you could make a shliach. It's not mamash like someone type of mafka. However, he says, afa pikein, taiv rochash, v'latchil v'svara rishayna. So making a shliach to bittul chometz is not such a Pashat Zach.
So when does he do the bittul? Let's say he can't make a shliach. So at what point does he do the bittul? Before he leaves the house and goes to Orlando?
No.
Or could he do it on the time when it's supposed to be?
At a Pesach in the morning.
Oh, wherever he is?
Yeah.
So why lechatchila do you have to make? Why would somebody think that you have to make a shliach at all?
What?
Why would somebody think that you have to make a shliach if you could be mevatel wherever you want?
In case he'll forget.
In case he'll forget.
So,
oh, because I'm
he
saying
wants to
I
make
can
sure,
understand
you
with a
know.
time change, but not with a time change.
you have to understand. At a Pesach in the morning, normally a person will not forget the bit. Why not? You know why not? Because he's burning his chametz.
Yeah.
But this guy in Orlando has a chametz to burn at a Pesach in the morning. So what will remind him to do the bittul? So he wouldn't do bittul also. So therefore he says to his friend, you do the bittul for me.
I'm going away. I'm taking a little chametz with me. I'm a gate benen.
So you're doing the right thing. Okay, you're doing the right thing. There's a different story. Now, there's learning the dinim of badikas chametz, which we're going now. There's a question. Maybe talks about later a little bit, but I'll just touch on it now. There's a question: if someone is leaving before Pesach, the time to be by the chametz is Erev Pesach, the night before Erev Pesach. Moshe, this year Pesach is on Thursday, so the night before, on Wednesday night, you have to be by the chametz.
Wednesday, Tuesday night.
Huh?
Wednesday, isn't it?
The first day Pesach is Pesach. It's Thursday.
Right,
Huh?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. Okay. So now, if a person is leaving, so the Pashat Din in Shulchan Aruch is that if you're leaving within 30 days, so you have to be by the chametz without a bracha. If you're leaving on the Zman, then you have to be by the chametz with a bracha. There are many people that ask the question every year, I'm going away, do I have to be by the chametz my house? So the truth is, I told them the following. On one hand, you don't have to, if you're not going to be a whole week in the house, you don't have to be by the chametz. You could, just like you sell your chametz, you could sell your house. That the same guy that buys your chametz also bought your house. Being that he bought your house or he rented your house, so b'meila, it's not your rishus.
Do you have to clean the house? Just
No.
leave it, just sell it, and
No.
that's it?
Yeah. Reb Zalman Shimon didn't exactly like that idea. I mean, he didn't say that it's wrong, Chas v'shalom, but he didn't like it because he felt that b'dikas chametz, besides the actual searching of the chametz, there's also a ruchnis dika inyan in v'dikas chametz. Like I mentioned yesterday, some taitcha mashal, the din hadas masech the psachim begin. Earlier, but also, breitkenes a chametz var in what's that earlier also? So they say that it goes on a yid. Abba also is when it becomes 14 and it became bar mitzvah. As soon as he finished 13 years, he's right away early Abba also. So Beit Kens Chametz, he has to be Beit his Chametz. Because now the Sahara is coming in and the Gemara, when it talks about a candle, says that how do we know a candle? Because the Eibusha said there'll come a time when I will be searching Yerushalayim with candles. So there's a lot of ruchnis deka inyan in the bedikas chametz.
They say it took Dr. Rebbe a whole night the first time he came out from the Zeus.
Could be. So therefore, Rabbi Shimon used to tell people that be by the chametz one room in your house. You can sell the whole house, but one room be by the chametz. That's one thing. Another question.
With a bracha or on a bracha?
It depends if it's the night of Pesach or not.
No, okay.
If it's the night of Pesach, the would have bracha. A second thing is that what happens in Moshe? Okay, somebody is going to we'll say Orlando. Okay, someone's going to Orlando for Pesach, and he didn't do bedikas chametz in his house because he didn't have to do it. He sold it. The din is that when he comes to Orlando, he has to be by the chametz in Orlando. So the truth is that I heard.
It has to belong to him, right?
I was told that if you go, let's say somebody went to a shredder or something, that you give money to a shredder and you buy a room.
The truth that I once heard that this Orlando became a big business. There's people that they get a whole that they pick up like 50 villas and they rent it out. So part of their services, they say that they will buy the chametz ready for you.
Huh?
Yeah. It's a biased product. They will buy the chametz for you. If Moshe, let's say you weren't so lucky, or you found a cheaper place, not one that sells you already a biased product. You have to be by the chametz. Now, when did you arrive? You arrived at a Pesach, right? You know what the din is? The din is you have to be by the Buddha candle. By day. Even though the Gemara says, Shraga B'tira Ma'ahani, but from Dezing, there's a difference if it's before Pesach, before Erev Pesach, or if it's on Erev Pesach or during Pesach. So even if you arrive with Moshe, let's say, you for this Dorim you didn't stay there, you only came for Chal Moed, you have to be by the Chametz on Chal Moed. It's an interesting thing. Another interesting thing is that many times there's people that they're going away to their relatives, to in-laws or parents. So that the popular thing that we told the people is that when you come to the home where you're staying, so rent a room. Rent a room. Now you have a room over there. And maybe you could become kind of the mitzvah of the chametz in that room. These are some pointers that I wanted to mention about bedikas chametz. Okay.
What about